Greetings, everyone. Welcome. We are plugging away at this new draft format of Strixhaven. Had a little success yesterday, which is new to me. I won 4 times. That's a new high mark for me in this format. 4 wins in either queue. I've gone 1 and 2 in traditional for 2 game wins, and then hit my high watermark of 4 wins. I guess I had on my accounts that I'm tracking anyway. If you look at my my data, my spreadsheet, good news is I'm enjoying myself as I'm losing. That's always a good sign for a new Magic set. When I'm always a little tilty when I'm losing. I never like to be losing, but at the same time, I am intrigued as I'm losing. I'm like, I'm going to figure this out. Oh, that got me. Or I've been feeling a little rock, scissors, papery, that I'm just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, I just got crushed by X. Oh, but now I drafted X, and I feel it's, and then now I got crushed by Y, which was really good at crushing X. Well, and it feels like whatever I'm in, Oppo is just finding is in the right counterpoint, or the right, has the right counterpoints in hand, and it's been a struggle, but I'm very hopeful. I'm also we talked a lot yesterday about acknowledging where my own mistakes are part of it too. It's easy to just want to say, I got out rock, scissors, papered, I got outdrawn, I got unlucky, the mana, that's all part of it, but part of it is that I am not tightening my game faster than those around me. And I say that because also, if you find yourself making mistakes early, making more mistakes early than you usually do, well, everybody is, right? Like, I don't want you to feel like I'm saying, I'm making mistakes and everybody else is obviously playing perfectly, and therefore that's what's going on. No, we're all playing worse with a new set, but you can play less worse than others, right? And right now I don't feel like I'm playing less worse than others, and I'd like to try that today. Speaking of less worse than others, no, not Card Kingdom. I would never damn them with the faint praise of less worse. They are just more best. Card Kingdom, more best for your tabletop Magic needs. They have everything you need for that, whether it's singles, supplies, or sealed product. You need some Strixhaven stuff. I did a lot of Strixhaven pre-orders, and now they're coming home. I live near Card Kingdom, so I'm going to drive down there later today, maybe even, and pick up some cards they got for me, or maybe they don't have. I have some non-Strixhaven orders out to them. Maybe it's just that yet. I'm not. Well, anyway, we are just super psyched that Strixhaven is out, and I am super psyched that Card Kingdom is my sponsor, helping me stay on the air. If you want to get anything for your Strixhaven stuff, check them out via my affiliate links, and it helps keep me on the air. Thanks, Card Kingdom, and thanks to all of you who follow through, and when you do retail with them, do it with my affiliate link and help keep me going. Appreciate it a lot. So I'm going to enter with gems here. Again, looking to get to high 60s in gold so that I have 3 gold-based buy-ins for the upcoming Arena Open. Assuming they keep the pricing the same. I always try to say that. I'm not counting on them to, but I feel it's given that they've shown that's what they did the last time, it's worth targeting and seeing if that's going to work out for us this time. Basically, that for the expensive Arena Open, last time they ran it for a limited one, the buy-in was 25% cheaper if you bought in with gold. So to get that 25% buy-in savings, I'm trying to stockpile my gold. Hey, speaking of cards I ordered from Card Kingdom, it's funny. This is what I'm not sure if I'm getting yet or not. We're going to take one of the best, as Marshall and Luis put it, the best removal spell of all time. Straight up best removal spell of all time. We'll start there over Mage Duel. Over anything else going on, I wouldn't mind. This guy's pretty cool for the lore hold. Anyway, Strict Proctor is literally like I use the Card Kingdom restock notice because I think this is going to be in 5+ years a more expensive than you might expect foil. I just think that it's going to be both annoying to people in Commander to play against, and is going to be a tool for people playing Commander to play with. I don't know. I think it has a lot of application for a two mana rare. So I ordered some foils of both the regular rare and the extended art rare from Card Kingdom. Pre-ordered it. Looking forward to getting those. All right, so we started out with swords. How are we going to approach this? I like the mentality of, like, let's just try to find the lane. Maybe we don't play swords to plowshares because white isn't open. We can follow with the onslaught. More removal here. What is this? Teachings of the Archaics. If an opponent has more cards in hand than you, draw 2 cards. Draw 3 cards instead if an opponent has at least 4 more cards in hand than you. That is a tough one. Like, I don't like this too much as a lesson, because in limited, in constructed, it seems like it has interesting applications. In limited, it's not often that you have a 4-card gap against your opponent. And then if it's going right, you get a divination, like a timely, gotta time it right divination. I'm not going to take that over just solid removal. Divide by 0. Yeah, it's too late now. I've stuck with the removal, but divide by 0 is fair as well. Learning all the learn stuff is pretty good that way. Urza's Rage is the best card here, right? I mean, it's just you could take something like these colorless lessons are nice to have, just to have something to get. This is a reasonable pump spell. But yeah, there's nothing. Field Trip be interesting. Yeah, if Divide by 0 were unconditional bounce, it would be one of the better cards in the set because it takes care of all those Quandrix tokens. But or not better cards in the set. It would be, it would be one of the better common. Like, it would be a great card, right? But as it is, it does have some restrictions to it. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Rage. More rares being passed to us. What does this one do? Fervent Mastery, 3 red. You may pay 2 red rather than pay the spell's mana cost. That's not much of a discount. What is it? If the small cost was paid, an opponent discards any number of cards, then draws that many cards. But either way, search your library for up to 3 cards, put them in your hand, shuffle, then discard 3 cards at random. Yeah, that's not great. I can see why it's still here. I'd rather have Expel or the Pigment Storm, or take a Spiteful. Like, I think one of the things to do is really try to focus on monocolored stuff early so that you can pivot to what's open. Yeah, Pigment Storm and Expel are both interesting. I'm going to take Expel, frankly, because of the swords. I think in the dark, Pigment might be a little better than Expel, but with swords, I like Expel goes up just a little notch for me here. And now, as we are trying to look for openness, we have been fairly open here, and then now we just see a ton of Lorehold. So maybe we're supposed to move into Lorehold here, or at least start down. Oh, hello, wizards. Look at me with my new free draft. I mean, I'll see if I want to do this, but this is the kind of thing, when it happens to you, you can report it. I mean, this just messed up my draft. Their tech just borked another one of my drafts. And that was the pick I wanted. I mean, I'm going to take this instead, I think, and we'll continue to... I could take the Campus, but we'll take the Pledge Mage. So we're going to continue to try and win this one out, but I have video evidence for wizards that they need to get their S together. We can take an Inkling Summoning to get a castable lesson, or we can look at what's going up here. You can just take more removal, Pigment Storm. And this is not great. Effigy is fine, but you don't, these are all just fine, whatever. This is the best card here, right? We'll take this. Pigment Storm is pretty good, but we have some removal going. I'm going to take the summoning because of our density of removal right now. It's pretty early to be worrying too much about exactly your ratio of stuff in your deck, but I did. I'm pretty high on Sudden Breakthrough. I think there's a lot to be said for this particular trick, but when there's a lesson or a learn card, I think you kind of have to go in the same vein. Yeah, specking on Apprentice would be okay, except this is just okay anyway. Although, you know, unblockability is all right. I'm going to take the study. I think you want to get those learn cards. Divide by 0 was discussed as something to take back on pick 1, and here we have one in the wheel pack. We could hedge there as the as that, but I think we're pretty good over here, and we want Rise or the Campus. I think we take Campus. Rise is definitely playable. It's 6 mana though, and you don't need a million of them. I'm going to take the land. Fenrir likes Rise over Campus. I like Campus over Rise. Most of chat seemed to be at least on that debate, though, right? Do we take the land there or more removal there? So this jumps out at you because it's a gold card in our colors, but it is just a 3/3 for 3 that, you know, has a minor upside. General is just a 2/2 for 2 with minor upside, and if yeah, this Mage Duel, like, are we supposed to take that? I'm going to take... Yeah, I went with the 2-drop at the last minute, because honestly, I'd locked into this so much, I'd kind of stopped looking for other color pairs, but that Mage Duel is definitely signally. Start from scratch. We'll take that. Fine to get late lessons to decide whether you want them or not. Yeah, I don't know. If you all think that we should be more open to, like, possibly getting into the is it variant that then I could see, but I don't know. I think we're pretty locking in here. Grinning Ignis. I'm going to go with the Assistant. I think this is most playable in the guild that is looking to go long and recur and also cares about things leaving the graveyard, right? So Biblioplex Assistant has things leave the graveyard. This is a crime. I think Fractal Summoning is among the better... I mean, here you go. Like, is it too late? Look at what this pack says to us about what's open. So, like, Quandrix, guess was open. I should have taken the uncommon just for Vault Progress, but... I mean, we're in an open lane, too. Clearly. I'm going to take the creature over the trick that I respect. Well, I wouldn't say... it seems like Quandrix... The... Yeah, black isn't open. Here, there you go. Look, we solved it. Oh, look what we're gonna splash. What a dumb card. All right, so now we want Archway Commons and black-white dual lands so that we can splash, blot out the sky, and win some games today. What are we passing? This might come back around. This is a great poster child card for my confusion with Lorehold and what to do with it and how good it is. Yes, environmental sciences becomes a priority as well. Let's keep that in mind. As we take blot out the sky, environmental sciences becomes a pretty high pick for this deck. For sure. That's my gut, that the excavation is a little too slow and clunky for what you might be facing, but also but is it the thing I'm supposed to do? Is that the plan? Eager first year or just another Pledge Mage. I guess I'll take a Pledge Mage. Yeah, we can also take Eliminate. If we're looking to splash a little black, we might just want to Eliminate. We're in an open lane such that, well, hybrid, you can't plan on a wheel just because the lane is open, but Prowess and First Strike is threatening, but I like the Eliminate hedge. We really want to play this blot out, so let's work towards that. Nothing great here for us, such that I'm going to take a Campus. This is not a splash campus, but getting some on-color campuses makes splashing the black a little easier on us. Yeah, summoning is also good. I get it. We have one. I've heard some people say they want, they're looking to get density in a lesson because then it helps consistency of repeating. To me, I like the second of any lesson falls way off for me after the first. They're not impossible to play, though. Yeah. So I was like, all right, we'll take Guiding Voice. No, wait. We'll take the removal we would play without Learn on it that has Learn on it. We'll do that. Hey, look at what's coming up Millhouse for us. We found a lane. It's open. We're doing it. What is this? Academic Dispute is interesting, but no, nothing like a past caller here. I mean, 3 damage is never going to get them all. Nope. But we're sure happy to have it. And we'll take another one of these. Yes, please. When I was a boy. See, I'm past calling. Get it? Pilgrim of the Ages or Introduction to Prophecy. I'm going to take the Pilgrim. Another Introduction to Prophecy. Not quite the one we're looking for. Another 2-drop. Let's see. Let's look at Curve here. I mean, this jumps out at you, of course, as gold and on color. But I want to make sure we don't just need... I mean, we wouldn't mind this 2-drop. Yeah, we better take it. It's 2 on theme, but I am worried about our 2s, so let's keep that in mind as we head into pack 3. Didn't I take the elephant? Yeah, I did. All right, here's that excavation we were talking about. Hey, it's a 2-drop. I could also probably just want Thrill. Like, if we want a 2-drop that works with our plan a little bit, let's take the Thrill. Which I do want over, like, a Study or a Defense. Like, this is a card I'm willing to cast on 2 to try to set up turns 3+. So we'll take it. Maybe we don't play it by the end of the draft. If pack 3 goes incredibly, maybe we even cut this. But right now, it's a card I'm willing to play on 2, so we're going to take it. Throw this on the board. Campus is not the right land. First day of class does have Learn on it. Anybody make this work? I'm still confused by it. I don't even know. We could just take a combat trick instead, but I don't know that we're going to have much room for combat tricks, especially 2 mana ones. I have a real problem with +2/+2 for 2 mana. I expect to pay 1 for that, so that is a little tough. We're going to continue to take these creatures here, though. Our 3s are plenty good. We just blot out the sky, goes over here. Just want to find ourselves some 2s. Pillar Drop, Warden. These are similar, but I'm going to go with the on-color one. This might even do a better job than this, really. Study Break, we've learned that can maybe be cast on 2 if we're on the draw and we can save some damage while learning. I don't know. It's a real card though, yeah. Witherbloom Command is not for us. We do have a Combat Professor, Infuriate, so this is where I want to be for, you know, combat tricks. Give me that 1 mana beauty. We want the summoning here. I like Combat Professor. I see the value here, and maybe we got some stuff. Maybe we're not as yeah, I guess we don't have as many lessons as we'd like. I just like this card a lot, this Combat Professor, but maybe Combat Professor is a little out of place in this strategy. I can acknowledge that. Guiding Voice is playable. Thrilling Discovery is effectively, you know, thrill, but made for this color pair. Letter. Maybe I need to read Letter of Acceptance. I've been not really looking closely. Mana Rock that can draw a card. Yeah, that's true. It does help us with the black. Well, I'm on it now. I'll just go for it. I'm not sure about this pick, but it does replace itself, so that goes a long way for me. Well, I want 2-drops, but this is not the 2-drop I'm looking for. This is kind of the 2-drop I'm looking for, but we don't have the mana to support that particular 2-drop. Maybe just an anatomy lesson. Reconstruct History, not really for us. Oh yeah, Pigment Storm is fine. That's true. I kind of glossed over that. Didn't really see it. How are we doing on... Yeah, we're not even heavy on that spot in the curve anyway. Spirit Summoning, maybe we need to get on that plan, you know, get some lessons in the sideboard where they belong. Guiding Voice, Blood Age General, Semester's End. Semester's End might be, we played it and we chose kind of not to play it yesterday. We do have some ETB stuff going on here, especially with these, but I am going to take the summoning. We're really light on lessons, and it feels good, partly because I tried to take a summoning earlier and we bugged out and missed the pick. Another copy of Fervent Mastery that we can decline. Another Campus. Briscotto likes the Fervent Mastery. That just seems like a fancy version of Thrill. I just don't feel like we want fancy thrills. And if we were best of 3, maybe I would claim, but I don't see how you claim the Firstborn in best of 1 without... Oh, I see. Sorry, I misunderstood you. Mentor, another Mentor, but we could take this summoning now. Mentor, like, we're actually pretty thick at 3. And again, this is really, it's just a 3/3 for 3 with a little bit of upside. So let's take the summoning now. Channel, that's cool. I don't know what you do with it in this particular system, but hey, I think oh, look, now what do we do? What's the right choice? Orator or Sciences? Like, this might be our last chance to get the Sciences. Yeah, this is 40 gems, right? Like, instantly, Fenner says we had the splash. I didn't like the full state of our splash, but I'm certainly not confident in that particular pick. Campus Guide, though, we can take here. That's a 2-drop. Can find us a swamp. Yeah, true. I admit that that might have been a mistaken pick, but time ran out. What are you going to do? Another Pigment Storm. Sure, we'll just be removal heavy. Frescoto, I know what it does. I didn't say it's great, but you know what is great? Casting Blot Out the Skies. That's so great. Oh, so great. I don't think I care about any of those. I don't think we're reconstructing history. Pillar Drop Warden probably goes in again over the Assistant. Like, I don't think this is better than Warden for this deck. Take some Vault Progress. More Thrilling Discoveries. Yeah, exactly. If the guide was a must, like you had to find a land and put it on top of your library, it would be stone unplayable. You have to be able to say no to that ability. Well, we've already got 20 gems. Is that because of Swords to Plowshares? Is that like an auto gem because it's not legal in historic? Is it not legal in any format? Right. Which is why Rob was pointing out that if we'd taken Channel, we would have gotten an extra 40 gems. So I don't worry anymore on this account about drafting for gems, but those of you who are up against your gem limit and keep that stuff in mind, yeah, keep in mind that we passed 40 gems. There's not really a pick you can make that's going to adjust your EV better than 40 gems for the event. So if you're purely about gem maximization, you take the 40 gems there, but we're about a lot of things here. I'm about conveying that information, but then for us, we don't have to actually follow through on it because we got plenty of resources. We're good. Now, some blue card. Get out of here. Well, we now have the data to prove it. So Saishu, I'm not going to do the homework, but if you doubt me and want to prove me wrong, you can go do the math. For example, go take the... So obviously if you're... It's different. Like in this case, you might be... This is one of the few formats where you could even make a case because to get to on is a... What's worth more gems to you? 40 gems straight up? Or a great pick for your deck, right? That's the question. And historically, the thing is, the 40 gem pick, the only other picks left in the pack for your great pick for your deck are going to be commons and uncommons. So you would specifically have to go and find a common or uncommon that was going to do 40 gems worth of value to your deck. And those basically don't exist because... I think that if you went and found, like, if you look at 17 lands, some of the cards that by having in your deck increase, like the biggest increases are like maybe 5%. Like the most massive bombs in the set get this 5% boost to your win percentage, but they are inevitably rares and mythics themselves. So historically, you couldn't even replace one with the other, although now you could conceivably have 40 gem channel right next to Blot Out the Sun, right? So, right, is that what it's called? Blot Out the Sky, sorry. So, channel, Blot Out the Sky, those are your choices. Is Blot Out the Sky worth 40 gems of value to your event? I don't know, it would be close, but this would probably be the closest to providing it. I would say that unless you're choosing between a channel and a rare, the answer is going to be no way. And then if you're choosing between channel and a rare or mythic, it's going to be a tiny subset of rares and mythics that have any chance of competing with 40 gems worth of value. Yeah, you can also make the argument that this is 40 gems down the line at some point anyway. That's a good point. So anyway, mostly you get into a spot where you're choosing between 20 or 40 gems and a common or uncommon, and you're going to have to go do some digging in 17 lands to show me the common or uncommon that produces 40 gems worth of value to your deck if you pick it, to your expected value. Anyway, off of soapbox, back to deck building. Let's do this. And take a look at what we've got. Splitwise, a lot of spells here. Only 12 creatures. Very well, 12 creature spells. We have some spells that create creatures. What? Oh, wait, there was some. Yeah, start from scratch gets out of here as observed. Any other that stuff? Environmental sciences out of here. Thrill, first day of class, I'm going to say out of here. Could make an argument for cutting eliminate, given that we have solid removal out in our core colors, but it's really good removal and we are looking to splash the black. We're already down to 40 cards anyway, or 41 cards, and we're best of one. So you could also make the case for just 16 lands. We're keeping letter because of the fixing potential. We did not end up with any black-white campus lands, so we are looking at letter of acceptance, commons, a swamp, and the campus guide is our means to splash. And don't worry about the lands yet. I'm cutting way more than one swamp. We're going down to one swamp. I just do lands last. So now I'm trying to. Well, also we can look and see if there's things we might want to consider running that we're not. Like I'll put Thrilling Discovery back into consideration. Do we want that? Which of these do we want? Maybe the Bibliotech Assistant comes in as well. Like I'll bring that back in. There may be less playable stuff to cut here. Yeah, all right. So this seal feels like, because I'm not going to run, yeah, this is a sideboard for the teaching. Nothing else here is reasonably even going to fight for a spot. So here, this is really what we're looking to cut down from. And I'm going to... with the assistant, yeah, assistant gets stuff back so we could live without eliminate. I like that. The thing about eliminate, it's good removal, but it's good early removal. The point of it with the destroy target creature or planeswalker with a mana value 3 or less. When you have that kind of restriction, you're hoping to get this in the early game and cast it on turn 4 and then play a 2-drop, right? So since we can't rely on it, I do like making that cut. I'm going to continue to believe in the 16 land for best of one adjustment. We can cut that down. And yeah, let's try Thrilling Discovery. Sometimes you don't have a bunch of stuff you want to discard on turn 2, but we'll keep it. And then this looks like a deck, right? We want to now I'll worry about my lands. Although, let's do it this way. Let's just cut everything like this, and then figure out what I want to have added. And then I believe we have a. Oh, wasn't there? I thought there was a Bling Redemption. Did I accidentally mark it as complete? I thought somebody chose lands today, but maybe I missed it. If anybody redeemed Bling and I accidentally, moved it along, just let me know. I think we can also go 16 because Letter of Acceptance is nice as a kind of a 16th and a half land. And yeah, we do have a Discovery in the sideboard to also dig for land. So I'm feeling better about 16. Yeah, okay, thanks, Nebula. I don't know, I must have accidentally accepted it or completed it, or maybe one of my mods did. I'm going to blame me, though. It's way more likely to be my issue. All right. So then Zendikar Full Art. We start with 4 of each and 1 black. So then I want to go... ZNR. And let's get this plains, this mountain, this swamp. And then do some adjusting from there. And we get... all right, 3. We really want equal number. Well, we just want the 1 swamp. Really just want to kind of add equal numbers from here and then see if there's a thing that demands 1 more than the other. All right, 5, 5. So then we do have extra red or extra white and pretty narrow, but I'm going to say extra white. Partly because of our own sideboard plan where Inkling Summoning is best cast with double white. Oh, sorry, that was, of course, the wrong land. I was intending to do that with mountains, of course. Don't worry, we'll get it. We get it. You know what I meant to do. Thanks. So let's go boop, 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 boop. That's my main point. And... how do you spell Rawrschach? We're going to blot out the sky with ink blots. I want to call this the Rawrschach test because we're going to put oppos to the Rawrschach test, but I don't know how to spell it. Rawrschach. Here, I'll just spell it offensively wrong. Or we could do it funnily wrong. How about this? Is the Archway worth it? I only ever play them when I'm splashing. If we don't play the commons, we're playing another swamp. Would you rather have a second swamp or commons? I am... Oh no, that's an accident. I'll fix that. But I would rather have a commons that helps us cast some of the other stuff too. But I don't know. Could be wrong. Let's try this though. We can come back and make adjustments if we don't feel it's going well. Tell me how good you think this deck is. I got some new memes loaded up. Not all of them, Duncan and Hat, not all of them, so there still might be stuff that lands that I don't play, but more memes have been added. We're working it. Yeah, this is very keepable. Although now it's an awkward spot where I have 4 lands. I really don't have to use Campus Guide to go get black if I can help it, but really didn't want to see that plains. Really don't want to see another land. No land unless it's a swamp. All right, that's a little better. And that means we say, now I can play Campus Guide and not go put a swamp on top because we have Letter of Acceptance. And with 2 untapped lands, setting up a Pilgrim or a Mentor on 3, or even the Letter, I'm not going to play Campus here. I'm going to play Plains, Campus Guide, Plains, 3-drop, and we'll get the Campus down later. We could grab a mountain, but why do we want to grab a mountain? I mean, we have 2 red sources as well. I think it's just wrong to get a land. We don't want a land in this hand right now. We're going to add a Pilgrim. We're going to add Letter. We don't want land right now. I don't know if they're just offering for Trick or 2/2. I'll take either. So now we got a choice. Do we want to just go for the beats, or do we? I think we go for the beats, and then next turn we go campus, and then pilgrim or letter. But let's go over the beats. And with Cultivate being the Ghost Detector's play here, we probably just go with Pilgrim to continue to add power to the board before they have done any of that for themselves. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I just talked about that. Are you okay, True? Can I do anything to help you, True? Or you have a... True's gone loopy on us. Well, there's a card. What does this do? Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, and those creatures gain trample until end of turn. All right, that's manageable with our expel here. Eventually, it's going to tap, right? So then, what do we want to do in the meantime? This is an instant. This is an instant. I guess we just go planes that they know about, a letter of acceptance. And I don't want to telegraph, you know, I might 2-for-1 ourselves to get rid of that thing, but I don't think we have to. I think we just say no attacks. They might even offer... I think I go ahead and rage the Wrangler because we can, and we want to get that dead before it starts going nuts. Oh, CBL is not on. You're right. I restarted the other night. Here, let me get that going. Oh, no, it's on. Wait. Yeah, CBL is up. Let me know if it's being weird. I even have it in focus, or like it's not minimized, but... One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. You know, we... At this point, I'm given that the rage is almost... It's not free, though. We don't get to do it this turn. I guess we rage... We assistant and put rage back on top. Yeah, it's funny. I guess it just needs focus, not necessarily not minimization. But yeah, we can crack letter. That's a good point. Now that we got the swamp. Sure, let's do that. Let's see what we can find there. Because we still get assistant, even if the letter doesn't produce anything. A little bit of a useless scry. We're going to keep it there. We can certainly just start attacking with the Pilgrim with the Rage in hand. Oppo will know what we're up to, but the point is we're willing to trade Rage plus Pilgrim for the 4/4, especially when the Pilgrim can start coming back.
All right, everyone, chill.
Yeah, and to that end, I'm just going to swing both here. Like, I'll trade Rage. I don't want to trade Rage for Trickster. I'd rather trade Assistant for Trickster. I'm just going to send both and see what they're willing to do. Well, Divine Berry, the reason I did it specifically is because Pilgrim threatens to... Like, they can't block Pilgrim with this, or they know we take it out. And it's just good removal. And also, heck, we may kick this thing. Like, we're not that far from kicking it. I have to find a kick meme. So they're only getting Cultivate. I say only, when obviously Quandrix loves to get some land, but at least it's not removal. If they even want it. We'll see if they want it. Yeah, they do. Bye. And now we have a kill. And now I'll just use it to kill the flyer. Well, actually, should we wait? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 9, 12. That's 4 away. That's too far away. Let's just do this. And of course, now here comes the flood, right? I should actually, sorry, I should hold 2 lands. I was ready to hold 1, but we actually decided to keep the pitch 2 card version. I was thinking we had Thrill in, but we have the lore hold Thrill of Possibility. So I will. Oh yeah, and I should scry too. Thank you. One of my current leaks is that I totally do not remember that campuses scry. I don't. These in my head are just like ETB tap duels, and then I forget about them. Here, I'll put this here as a firm reminder, and we'll put this here because we might want to scry on our upkeep too. Tron says scry right now. I'm going to try to be a better Magic player and remember to do it and actually threaten to have something as opposed to... Oops, let's not add mana. Do we want the Mentor? Sure, helps. It's action. I just want action. And let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can actually bring back the Pilgrim and play the Stonebound. We mean not scrying, but we could. So what do you like? Do you like scrying or pilgriming and threatening, sending in the Pilgrim and being okay if it dies? That's true. Bringing back the Pilgrim scries anyway. Great point. Great point. So let's do that. Yeah, those who chose scry instead, I like your reasoning, but we all just forgot. Those of us on the scry with land plan forgot that we scry with this as well. In fact, we double scry with Stonebound Mentor. With 2 mentors, we scry twice, so it's even better. You seems like fancy play to you. Well, when I scry 2 brilliantly at the end of their turn and put exactly what we need on top of the library, you can fancy play that. But Hammer, y'all, can you do the math? Let me, maybe not everybody's gonna have it yet, but like Lorehold Campus plus 4 mana, so 5 mana total lets us scry 1. Here, 6 mana total plus 2 mentors lets us scry twice. So the fancy play may have been to suicide attack instead of chump block, but we also didn't guarantee we even had the chump block. So I like my line. Now, yeah, no, this is good. So we want that. That's great. Oh, no, I haven't updated anything. Thanks for that reminder, too. We are not 4-2, you big liar, Ryan. We are 0-0, right? Is this, or did we win the first game? I can't even remember anymore. I think we're 0-0. I don't remember 3 minutes ago, so, we can instant sorcery or spirit. We can just get back the rage and use it. So let's just do that. Not the best action, but again, I'm just in for action right now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're still a ways off from Urza's Rage kicked. This is not great right now, but probably worth it. Again, it's just it's something. It's true I have a second scry, but I don't know. Scrying is tough. Do you know when you do you take the 5 out of 10, or do you go for the 7 out of 10, risking a 0 out of 10? I see what you're saying. Yeah, we can go 3. So there are virtual 4. If we just wait a turn, I suppose we can get him in the air, right? Yeah, let's start with an attack. We'll accept a double block. If they double block, we can blow out a double block. If they don't, I mean, they're just in a world of hurt here if they don't have counter magic, basically. But this can't even be countered. So that's okay. Still, right now, it's a 1-for-1 trade, and right now they can't beat Urza's Rage plus a past caller attack. So right now I'm just going to assume that we get there on these two. Yeah, I know we're not hiding anything, but wow, they're going super low. I'm going to... Well, Rage to Face for the not win doesn't seem correct. I'm going to play Stonebound Mentor again. I don't think I played a land. All right. Yeah, it was on them to answer what we already had, so I like that. All right, now a legit win-loss record, and let me adjust format as well. How's it look? Yeah, this is fine. We might get run over, but we have Lorehold Campus into Archway Commons to start. That's a great 1-2 sequence at least, assuming we're not under heavy aggro pressure. How's your catchy worked for you, Hunter? Did it do the trick? Inquisition, what a show. Inquisition. I really don't care that they took that. We have our archway, so that's cool. They didn't have anything else to take, though. That's all they could do. And we get a pretty decent 3-drop here. Should probably use it since we don't have anything else to do this turn. This is not the best target, right? We're not super happy to use premium removal on a 2-drop, but I'm not super happy to not do anything this turn. And we have 4, we have removal, we have get removal back, so we should just use this. Which lesson do we get? Probably might even be just the summoning. Like, we have a warden plan, and we can get land to be sure, but I think we just want we already have our black source, so I don't need to go hunting for a swamp. The question is, what size token do we want? And I'm going to go with the big because we have a plan for turn 4. The only way I don't want the summoning over, say, like over something else is if we don't find a 5th land. I'm going to say we're likely to find a 5th land. We have a solid chance of 5th land. Let's take that chance. Didn't find a 5th land, but we found another 4-drop, such that if we don't find a land, we at least have another thing to do now. Here's our other thing to do now. This thing is such a beast. Well, like literally, it's a fungus beast, but it's a beast! And I'm so glad I have a 1/5 to actually block that. Well, we're stuck on 4 after choosing to keep the summoning, but we do keep finding action we can play at least, so let's do that. Oh, this is, it's still not worth attacking, never mind. I was thinking it even had Defender or something. Doesn't have Defender, but still no good attack there. STP. We're going to send this Trudge elsewhere, probably. Eventually. Could even do it twice. This is a sorcery, but we could Swords to Plowshares, Warden, and Swords to Plowshares. That would be a heck of a turn. They've got a Reacher here, but it's not big enough to stop the Combat Professor. Let's start with sending in the Prof. Wow, well, this is not going to go well for them. 2 for 1 incoming. Oh, wow. Well, it doesn't give us extra damage, but yeah, we're going to Swords the Colony now, which is less than we wanted to. Like, we wanted to get the other stuff, but this is a 2 for 1. We take our 2 for 1s when we can get them. Now, it could have been a 2 for 1 simply by accepting Lash and... I mean, it was a 2 for 1 if we let it go, right? Lash plus the creature kills our Prof. But now they don't have anything for the Professor. I like that. And we can recur the swords anyway as intended. And let's get this done before they untap and get rid of the recursive 4-power creature. You could argue that that was hasty, like maybe we were just supposed to hold swords because Warden was holding off the Brackish Trudge, or the Brackish Trudge was being held off successfully by the Warden, so maybe we just supposed to hold the swords. But the thing is, we have another Warden, so we have another swords. We have a Pass Caller, so we have another swords. We have a Pass Caller, so we have, like, I'm not worried, like, we'll cast swords 12 times this game if we can just get some more land, which has kind of been funny because now I can't find any, it seems. Now I guess we do go and find the land tutor to make sure we get something here. Nothing much going. What did they choose here? I don't know what they did, but they must have drawn and lost a life, maybe? I don't know. But I'm going to send in the Prof here. Could have sent in the Warden, then I have used to study, but I can't quite fire this off just for the learn here. Do you think so, Siriana? Maybe I was supposed to. Now I'm going to hold. I chose to hold. But we can use study on defense if they come up with attacks. That's a biggin. So we're just going to get Swords to Plowshares back and get rid of that right quick. I could do the study thing now to go get the... But now I already have a plan. Warden the this Woe Eater away. Yeah, we'll wait till the trigger goes on the stack, and then, oh, of course, they just have to sack this, but it's still better than free full value. And anything else to do? No, you got to just set that up. No reach, so I'm sending in. I know it'll give us a chance when it goes on the stack, but I'm just being paranoid since I got burned recently on trusting pauses around here. We're getting him a ton of life with all these swords. But, oh, all right. Not this time. They got a lot of value out of that, though, because now we have to discard 2. Let's see, what do we... Let's get rid of... Well, Pledge Mage is castable. This helps us get our land. We can just let the summoning go. But this is close to... I don't know. What do you think, gang? We can recur Storm. Yeah, but we can recur Sword. We're already doing that. I'm too greedy to send a Pass Caller down. I'm going to do Summoning. No, I'm going to do Storm. Pigment Storm. I don't think we need the removal because we can get it all back with this stuff. If I get 5 mana, I'm not going to Pigment Storm. I'm going to drop a Summoning. That was my choice, really. I'm too greedy to give up these. These are castable. So then which 5-drop would I rather have if I do find land? And the answer to me was Summoning. No blocks. Big smack. Land us. Thank you. And so now we got... And now, again, both would have been good, right? I mean, maybe if they destroy the summoning now, maybe I wish I had deal 4. But I like the summon. I like the having of the 4/4 here. If this is killed... We could be up against a lot of pressure without another land to get another 4 power out. So we'll see if my greed costs us. If we get a basic land, we're going to be in great shape just pass calling until we've kind of valued them out. So yeah, that hurts, but basic land off the top and we're still okay. No, not actually basic land off the top, and we are still in trouble. How about... Well, there you go. It made sense at the time. It was completely reasonable. Oppo did stuff, though, and changed the math. I believe we are dead. I'm just trying to see if there's anything we can do to make Oppo... The only thing we can do, if we're trying to play it to the end, is actually play the Pledge Mage and threaten that we can do something. They're still going to attack, but this is the only way to even remotely... All right, they figured it out. All right, well, I made some calculated risks in that one that didn't pay out this time, but I stand by the reasoning behind my calculated risks. Sometimes your calculated risks don't work out, but there were various points where it was like, do we get the land lesson? Do we put removal on or creature on? And I had reasons in each case, but then Oppo had the perfect thing to make those reasons moot. right, this is worthy. We're probably going to study break on 2, regardless of whether we have stuff to tap down. But this is a study break on the draw. At least has a chance to actually prevent some damage cast on 2. We'll see. Or Thrilling Discovery, pitching study break, and something else. If we draw land, especially. I'm kind of on Thrilling Discovery, pitching study break, and even like Biblioplex Assistant, and digging deeper into this deck. I'm gonna do it. You can't stop me. You can only tell me I was wrong later. Or now, whatever. That's what I'm doing, though. Oh, Campus Guide. We can play that for a swamp at some point if we get our Splash Bomb. In this case, though, I like Pledge Mage. Get creature out for now, and then see if we want to rage later. Don't need to panic rage a 2/3. And, no way to max mana here. Probably... Well, let's start with the land, and then we got to figure it out. I might just go for the aggressive study here. We could also rage to just do something. Oppo looks stuck on colors. Probably want to cast study or rage. We could also go ahead and put... We don't even have 6 land yet. We do want to get to Pass Caller, so we can just go Campus Guide, put Swamp on top. But Campus Guide, would it... We can't do Pass Caller next turn. That's a 6-mana spell. And we don't even have anything in the graveyard. Like, we could get this back, but whatever. We want to get this back. I kind of like study here to get a lesson in hand, draw a card. Next turn, rage something and Campus Guide to set up the guaranteed Pass Caller after that. So I'm going to do this. Campus Guide to get Swamp is fine, but I'm going to do that next turn. Oh, that's true. If we do that way, we do have Quint next turn, so maybe I should be thinking in those terms as well. All right, well, let me attack. I think you have me convinced that I should Campus Guide here. What I was trying to do was max mana with Campus Guide and like Rage next turn, or Campus Guide and Study, but we can max mana next turn just with the Elephant, right? So let's not fancy play it. It's the Elephant next turn that makes me want to do this. Gotta have a fun robot to introduce the new students to the campus, right? Yeah, maybe I should read this card. What's it going to do for us? 2/4. Other spirits gets +1/+0, and then yeah, start the train of value there. Maybe next turn we're not going Pass Caller, we're going Rage, Study, and then Pass Caller gets Excellent after that. But we'll start here. That is an excellent point, and an interesting design point. Joaquin, is that... Am I saying that? Vision? I'll call you Vision. I think Vision is right to observe that it's very weird flavor-wise that this doesn't search for campuses when historically this kind of effect does look for that kind of thing, right? But campus isn't a subtype, I think, is the thing. Yeah, I'm being talky, Mike. I'm casting stuff before I think about it, and now I don't have attacks, so it goes. Sorry. Yeah, it's partly streaming and partly my own leaks. It's just that like streaming exacerbates my leaks. It's totally in range for me to do that when I'm not streaming, but it's much more likely when I am. Well, they got to take the pass caller, which is a bummer, but we still have a powerful hand. Ugh, that just is painful, though. Rough. Rough, rough, rough. Well, we got mad action. Like my man John Woo. Why not send the elephant? I mean, we got Urza's Rage. They don't got blocks. The only question is how much of this... You just wanted to block on the other side? Let's study, though. Study on... Let's see, what are we worried about? 3 black. Anything to worry about? I guess I'll put it on the elephant because it's unlikely to be able to get got by 3 black. Yeah, flunk. That's true. But looks like we got there. Let's get a, Spirit, which of these do we want? I guess Spirit is improved by our elephant, and we can cast it right now. So let's do that. Four is in the yard, right? Or didn't I? Or is that another game? Maybe I'm getting my games conflated now. Great. Yeah, that's right. It was the loss. It was the spirit. I got the 4/4 last time. Sorry. Oh, that's a bomb. As we've seen ourselves. Can we beat it by getting them dead here? Maybe. Maybe. We gotta go. Let's see. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana total. No 1 mana recursion thing, but we could go... Tap instant we can't cast right now. It might be worth it, but I'm wondering... Let's see. Double strike 2/4. Rage into Lesson? What do you mean? I have a 1 damage lesson. Yeah, but... Oh, you mean... Yeah, I like the pass caller get study break plan, right? That seems real good. I mean, you can get a lot, or you can get a pass caller for, you can get a pass caller with a pass caller. I'm gonna get the study break and go for a win next turn. Timers. I am a master of timers. I never fail on the timer front. And you can't prove otherwise. Magic is hard. There were so many possible lines with that last turn. I mean, chat was awash with different ways to approach trying to win this game, right? You say panic play, I say masterful decisions. Who's to say, really? All right, so they get a pretty important removal, but we still drop down 2 blockers and have an Urza's Rage. I don't know how they win casting this. Tap, tap. They have 1 blocker. We have a bazillion power and a rage behind and a lesson to find. They got to kill us here or we win. So we're just going to throw a chump in front of the Overlord. And, well, actually, we don't even need to do that, right? They're not attacking with this. This is exactly 8 damage. They are completely tapped out. Unless I'm missing something, we can just take it. Destroy target artifact, 1 damage to any target. Yeah, hey, we beat a very good mythic. Sometimes you do that. Take that, 17 lands. We gave a percentage loss to the when cast win percentage of this bonkers mythic. Sometimes Magic is hard because you have 12 lines available that you know range from somewhere between 94% effective and like 98% effective, and you're just trying to find the 98% one, and it's hard. Like it feels, and you can make a mistake there and still end up winning most of the time, but exactly what's perfect there is very, 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 very tough to see. That's why we play this game. All right, this is a pretty tappy land set, but we're looking good in terms of our colors, so we're going to keep this. Common is our 2-drop. Now we have Pledge Mage as a 3-drop. Study Break could be our 2-drop. We're going to wait on that. Let's get this commons down. Gonna go Pledge Mage, but let's go Mentor, I think. It's the cleaner, bigger thing. We don't have some crazy Magecraft curve out coming up that we're expecting or anything. Ouch! No debate there. It's dead. Warden? Or set up for 5. I'm going to set up for 5 since it still gives us a play. And still gives us a block. Core Shaman somehow is not made bigger by the field historian. I'm going to think through my turn before just throwing out 5-drops and recognize that if I attack now with mana open, Oppo may just take it and I can get into free points of damage. Also, note Oppo's stuck on 3. Yeah, it could be Counterspell, but I'm not going to not offer up the Elephant. I mean, I could do... we just got to try to apply pressure on the... the side that is missing. I think they're probably just holding up a loot. Let's find out. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, it still could be the loot, but let's see. They're just thinking about it. All right, there we go. Yeah. The thing is, the more that, not so much that there was a pause when it went on the stack, but that it stayed on the stack for a long time while Dirk Chocolate was thinking about it. That's interesting. I don't know if I would spend 2 to make a treasure out of this over paying 2 to loot it away and look for a natural land back on the 4th turn. Uh-oh, I gotta read this. What is this? Oh, yeah, let's see. We got +1/+0 for each art. Okay, that could help explain why they were doing what they were doing. And then whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, create a treasure token. So a treasure pair. True is like, get it dead. Yeah, it does just kind of ramp. Yeah, I actually, MTG Goldfish, or Saffron Olive pointed out a commander combo for this card that I actually had it. Like that if you look up the card Haze of Rage, look up Haze of Rage, and you'll see the sick commander combo that you could do around that. They got a block on the elephant. Maybe I should have just left it back, but I got lazy with the buttons. No, what is... How is Jeweled Lotus used outside of Commander? Please help. No! You try as a Magic designer to make safe cards that can't be... You'd think that something that referred to Commander on it would not be used outside of Commander, and yet... Oh, God. Doubling cube. So is now doubling cube going to be a thing? Sorry, Oppo. I'll be there. Funny. Okay. Thrilling Discovery. We're going to hold this swamp for another land to do this. Study Break. Pillar Drop Warden. Let's Study Break and get in. Yeah, we can just grab the summoning and cast it now. Thrilling Discovery becomes less useful, but maybe we don't care. We just get big, and that's fine. Yeah, all right, I'm with that. So now we got a Thrilling Discovery that's a little bit hand-locked, but... we could draw a land and pitch the Warden too. It's just the Warden gets back a lot of good stuff. So, but they're almost dead. So let's just play it by ear and see what looks like the correct thing to do to win this game. This is a card that worked well for me in one of my better decks, which is maybe not saying much, but I had it in a 17, 18 instant sorcery deck, and this was crazy. It was 4 mana 9/9s and stuff. Yeah, I'm coming around on Warden. I just thought it was a little clunky, but it's actually maybe even better than the old weirds, the weird science ones, right? I think we should just put the study break on top again and look to try and win with attacks. We could also, yeah, like let's just do that because we assistant and then it triggers the elephant. We get another token. And this question is, yeah, I think study break is the way to go here with this current advantage. Oh, you just gain life if we wanted. That's interesting. But I'm not going to do anything here. We're going to hold out and just try to win next turn off the study break. Plus, we have lessons we can get with it. Yeah, that's true. We can just fire this off to gain life and get a point of power on the Pledge Mage if we think that's worth it. Yeah, I'm definitely coming up on it. Especially just the 5 toughness. That's turning out to be a key number in this set, right? Sometimes there's some key toughness and power figures, and 5 toughness is very, very well positioned in the format. Yeah, that's a good point, too. I could just gotten burn with Trample, and that's effectively... You know, if they've got a 2-drop, 2 toughness, that's effectively 3 damage to the face in and of itself. Good card for them to get there.
All right, everyone, chill.
Is it enough to save them? I don't know. Because we get... say tap, tap, or tap, tap. Then they have 2 blockers for 1, 2, 3, 4 things. And might depend on what we find in this side. I think I'm going to do it this way, though. And we'll tap down the flyer so they can't stop the assistant. And we'll tap down the 3/3, or maybe the... Yeah, we'll tap down the 3/3. They're mostly tapped out, so I'm not too worried about the Pledge Mage getting bigger. Mostly. And they got a couple mana. We'll see. This is what I'm going to do, though. First strike or big was the question. I went with big over first strike. And then destroy target artifact, deal 1. Any target. 1 to any target we'll take. Yeah, maybe I screwed that up. So it goes. Here's me screwing things up again. Yeah, we can probably just rummage away something. I'm going to take the start. And... yeah, what have I done? Send this and this and this, and now I got to hold this back because I misplayed. But I do like this attack. And we do have start from scratch to finish things off, including the player. Yeah, I guess I could still send it, but it still feels like they eat it, they chop, and we just lose it. I don't know, I think this is good. Puts him in a lot of trouble still, and I do like the Warden play. We have to hold start from scratch as a possible finishing play, but basically Warden active next turn gives us a whole new sea of options, including Pigment Storm for the win, right? We have we have 7, so we can Pigment Storm right now for 3 damage to the face. Start from scratch represents another one. So yeah, kind of fumbling my way to the finish line here. I hope we can still find a win, and we didn't open the door for Dirk to get back in it. I don't like the tightness of my last few turns, but hopefully we can still find a win despite that. No glasses, says True. Get your glasses. Now I can't see anything, though. All right, now I think we got it. We just go thrilling. We crack our Warden. We get our trample removal, kill the Trickster, and swing for the rest. Yeah, so I got there clunkily, but got there. Yeah, Lorehold is the funny little color pair in this format. Very not typical Boros. They certainly successfully pulled that off. The question is Black-White stepping into the Fun Police role sufficiently? Is there Fun Police in this format? I don't know. Not a great start. No red, so currently we can't cast anything. But I hate mulliganing. Oppo's going first. We have a chance to draw out. We draw a red source in 3 turns and we have at least Mentor. And then it's like, yeah, it is a nice 3, 4, 5, 6 looks great if we can find a couple red. I'm gonna mulligan though, it's just not doing enough early. We're gonna keep this. I didn't like the risk there, and here, as much as I love these pass callers, we're gonna send one away. As they're pretty far off. There's also a lot of shuffle effects. Maybe not a lot, but there are some shuffle effects in the deck that will allow us to shuffle that off the bottom. This was a controversial non-pick. What do we take over this? It was a really tough choice, and I landed on something else, but I agonized the whole time. I can't remember now. Oh, I think it was the lesson to go search the basic, which we haven't even used yet. But I like having it in there. I like knowing it's there. What does this do? Attacking spirits. I forget what this even activated ability does. Oh, that's right. We are splashing because we have some mythic bomb, I hear. That's the rumor. Did we include it? I can't remember. All right. Now, this is a tough turn, but we have this Warden. Hopefully stabilizes us next turn. Well, we might get tricked, and it would be bad to get tricked because we lose a bunch of our recursion that we're trying to set up here, but we cannot sit here and take it. One of the very important parts of the Pillar Drop Warden's quality is its blocking, and so I'm going to block with it, and I'm going to block the biggest thing, and I'm going to hope they don't have tricks. Boo earns, but hey, we got a new plan. Let's see. This gets back spirit, instant, or sorcery. That is a spirit dwarf. So what do you say? We just go Lorehold Campus Warden, Pass Collar Warden. That's a fine sequence coming up here. If they kill this Warden, then Mike's line could be end up looking better. But this play requires playing the campus to ensure the pass collar next turn. So that's what I was doing there and thinking about. But maybe we just need to Pigment Storm now and start calling the past coming up. Because this is a little awkward. We can get rid of the 3/3 over the... I mean, this has some active... But we get rid of this, and then the attacks just fall off. Then they're only coming at us for 2 next turn. And we have time. So let's do that. Yeah, problem with the pigment into pass collar play is that it presumes a basic land we can't count on. Hey, wait! I know this card. We can't cast it, but we know this card. All right, let's call upon the past here. And that's what I'm trying to figure out, Mike. Mike is about vocalizing what I was just about to say. We're going to play this, but do we want to get more wardens, or do we just want to get the removal right now, given the situation where we're at 7? They've got 2 cards. This is ostensibly going to trade here, but we don't have... Yeah, I think we should just get the Storm. I think I'm being a little greedy to go for the Warden. We should just make sure we have removal next turn. Looks like chat agrees with the urgency of our situation needing the removal. But we do have a pretty good stable situation coming up if they don't blow us out with their remaining cards, because we have we can kill the professor and with a block, and then Pigment Storm something else, and then we have stable. That hurts. That hurts. So, wowie, it hurts. Like, we're suddenly almost dead hurts. Ouch. I mean, we're forced to chump, and then we don't have the tools to survive. So I think we're just dead. But we'll block as we have to. Well, we played the best we could to our outs and didn't get there. I don't mind that one. I at least feel like I made good decisions that game. 3 new memes that just haven't come up yet. Well, I can't say I didn't draw my bomb now. All right, this looks fine. Campus Guide gonna actually do its thing. And we are still going to use it, and we're going to use it to get our splash. I like staying back on D. We could consider expelling the poet if it attacks. We can consider even study breaking it. I don't know if that makes sense here, though. I'd rather just trade Guide off for the poet here, or make them choose 2 life and then expel it. All right, so if they're going to go for 2 life, let's just expel. Combat Professor comes down, starts doing stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on the guide and send. You want to trade? Is this Thrilling Discovery right in this deck? So far, I've been land hungry. I haven't really wanted to pitch my land. Just wondering if maybe this should just be cut for something else, or even a 17th land, because I've been more land hungry than anything else. But I'm going to go ahead and drop the Warden. Yeah, and I can even... Right, I felt like the reason I felt 16 lands was okay for this deck was because of Thrilling Discovery. Like, we could just pitch Mentor and Study Break to go look for lands, you know? I guess I should attack both. No, I guess this stays back and does threaten a double block that's relevant, so I'm only going to send the Professor. Rob says attack with Guide. That is the more aggressive play, and maybe we're the aggressors here. And I guess we had Warden to possibly double block also, but I'm going to go Warden here anyway. Yeah, so now I think we should or we could just Study Break our way to riches. How about Thrilling Discovery away Mentor and Pigment Storm, keeping Study... Well, and that requires a lot of white. Well, if I had intended to attack with the Guide, I would have, but I had made the decision not to attack. So really, your should have is you should have attacked with the Guide, which is a fine thing to say, but I didn't plan to, so that's why I didn't put the counter there. Yeah, we could Study Break for the land, and then, but it doesn't really get us anything extra here. I'm going to keep on with what I was doing. Oops. Which is send Professor, stay back. And now I think... I'm kind of just on Mentor. Just keep adding to the board here, and then Study Break eventually. Do you think just get lands? True, just like Study Break, get land. Or yeah, Thrilling Discovery, get land. If we do that, well, here, what if we do this? We can go Thrilling Discovery, look and pitch Storm and Study Break. And then we should be able to probably get to play Mentor if we find a Plains. This is somewhat risky because we lose our Study Break, but I like we're winning in the air right now anyway. So I'm gonna do this. I'm doing it. And we get this and this. Yeah, this study is nice as well. Pass Caller doesn't suck either, and we get Campus Study to learn. We can go get our land card if we want in that case, but we're gonna attack with +3/+1 around. And +3/+1 does not win Mentor versus these researchers. So I'm still kind of in just try to get there on Professor mode, get there in the air. But we could also be willing to trade Guide plus Study for anything here. We trade Guide straight up for the Servan, and then I guess we send it all. Like, we might have to 2-for-1 ourselves-ish on Mentor plus Study, but it's still worth it. Let's send the shebang. I like we do. How about this? Then we don't even need to pump it to trade. This, I like this. This is fine. Because now this block we can win. And we could get our land thing, but do we even need that now? We've got our 6th land, and we're going to play that 6th land this turn. So maybe we just go for beef. I'm going to go for beef. Well, we can also fire off the Warden if we want any of this stuff back right now. And maybe we do, like, I think we just get the pigment or something, we kind of really set up for next turn, right? So we get Pigment Storm or Study Break. Expel could be better, but we don't know if they're going to even attack. I mean, it could just be Enthusiastic Study. I'm going to go for the removal, though. Ooh, we'll keep that up top. Study Break is the go for it, assuming nothing changes play. Pigment Storm is the maybe this goes a little longer and we need control-y elements. So maybe I'm doing my board control thing when I should just be going for the win. If that was on your plan, I don't blame you. It's a perfectly fine one. I like Pigment Storm, Professor, the Mentor, though, and then we have good attacks. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I mean, it's the thing that happens a lot. It's a good feeling to know that you're agonizing between a very high chance of winning and a very, 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 very high chance of winning. But we also could have seen something like that coming, given that we knew they didn't play this despite the open mana. So I should have sent that too. That was a force block. I'm just being a little loose. Try to tighten up. the way that whole thing changed kind of threw me for a second. Now we're just going to go for our pass caller looping. And I'm going to go for another Pigment Storm, partly because, I mean, this is just face damage with these 1 toughnesses, right? Yeah, they're done anyway. So another clunky win, but win. Got there. But struggling a bit to play tight at the end of these things. A lot of complicated lines. Four wins feels good, though. Secured a good return on our entry fee. All right, we can keep this. If we have to do a low-value study break to find a third land, we could do that. Hopefully that's not what it comes to, but I'm not going to throw this back when we're on the draw anyway. We've got both of our main colors. Well, we found a third land. We don't have anything else to do. Probably going to go ahead and study break the general. And I am going to go for our splash source here. We both want to make sure we have more lands. And actually, yeah, if we win this, if we don't lose out here, if we're 5-2 after this game, let's go back and look at our land count if I can remember. I'm not sure this is right configuration in the end. Nothing to do here but rage a low value target or seek land. Maybe with the slowish start we have here, I should just rage something. But we're also about to drop a Warden that does a nice job here, and we're still at 20. So I'm going to go for the Environmental Sciences play this turn. And since I'm going to do that, I might as well get the Swamp and play it. Oh, sorry, Gannett. Hang in there. Well, that's a little different. If I play the letter, we would have 2 mana, but that doesn't do anything. The presence of the effigy says I need to rage now instead of Warden. We could just Warden and block here and save the same amount of damage, but then we're in a spot where if they kill the Warden, we are in a world of hurt that I'm not willing to set up for. Whoa, wait. What did that do? Yeah. Cat pointing out that I would have gotten blown out if I tried my my Warden plan anyway, because this. All right, there's our power card. We just got to make sure we have time to get there. So let's start by taking out this Mythic. I don't even know what the heck this does, but we're going to kill. How about we kill the Mythic? That's my plan. Kill Mythic. Are we going to lose with Blot again? I think we are. 6, 5, 4, 3, 4. We could play this and a Warden. Yeah, looks like that's what we got to do. Letter of acceptance into Warden, cross fingers. All of this is scary, though. They have 5 mana, 3 cards, and we're like, pass. I don't know about that. I think we're not going to have a Pillar Warden available for blocking, and we're going to be dead, but there's always a chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Well, this is interesting. I can go here, and if they don't have pump, at least we take out the campus guide. It's only 1 extra point of damage prevented, so I'm going to go for a creature kill here. Hunter, are you dumb or are you dumber? You tell, which one are you? He's just trying to start a fight, I think. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So now we get Elephant plus Combat Trick. No, we can't blot yet. We gotta still stabilize. But we do have... We're not dead. We are fully in, mostly.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Shh! Don't tell JC about the secret reach. Shh! We're gonna get him. We're still so on the edge here. If we come back and win this game, it'll be quite an accomplishment because any number of things from Oppo just kills us on the spot. I'm just waiting to die here. But they didn't have it last turn, which means they needed to draw it this turn. If we survive this turn and they don't add to the board, we probably just have to max blot and cross fingers. Are your fingers crossed, everybody? So, let's see. 4-4 there. We have to choose which we want to... I guess this is working here as a block, so we save the elephant. Hammer says we gotta kill the dragon, but why do we if we are successfully holding it off? So I'm gonna I'm gonna save the thing that I think needs saving. Warden can't be sacrificed at sorcery at instant speed. And we have to figure out which lesson we're getting. We could get a flyer just to make sure we have a flyer. And then that gives us a blocker. And then we, you know. Yeah, let's get an inkling that comes into play untapped, which is obviously way better than this stupid thing that makes tapped inklings. And I think I do like that because we can do it all here with 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't do it literally all. Almost. We're a mana away from doing this, and crack. Scotty says play Blot the Sky. Well, I mean, yeah, we can do whatever we want. We can do that. I don't think we want to do that though. Yeah, I think Sack Ward and Kill Flyer is very interesting. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, and then yeah, we have the mana, and they haven't shown it. Yeah, I'm going to be bold enough to pigment the flyer. I think so, because then we get a creature as well. It might not work, but we're going to try. How many God Willings do you have there, Kentucky Bob? Can you save it? Can you save it? I mean, maybe not. Like, this seems like a shatter pause of, oh no, I can't save it, but maybe they're just trying to figure out which way to save it. Nothing they can learn as instant, as we have learned. I learned that no lessons are instants. Hey, it worked. How bold are we vis-a-vis aggression? Red does have haste. They're at 19. Do we send this? That's my question. I'm going to do it. We do have blockers. They need to have a haster and removal to be punished for sending this. I agree that it's unlikely to alter the clock, Logan, but I can't even come up with a scenario where we lose to a hasty creature because we got this one removed and they had a hasty creature. That just... didn't seem likely. I feel like we're going to lose to face damage before we... or excavation damage. No! You can't do this to us! Oh my god! Blot kills that? Ooh, you're right! If we're there, are we there though? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we are just there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look, Blot does something more. Blot. Oh my god. We are so lucky that we have this bomb right now. I want to cast first to see if we can viably attack. Now I'm going to not lose to haste, and we're going to leave the elephant back. It got all of... what the heck? Wow. I just casually forgot that this also wraths non-creatures. Just forgot that it also wraths non-creatures. Yeah, non-land, sure, but yes. We lost our letter? Oh my god! Aha, they're still looking for it. Great work from Oppo. Now we gotta find... but we have this inspiration to get it. This is a sorcery. We gotta get this dead. Do you see what they're up to? God's willing, protection from our flyers. We're dead. Like, we are still on the edge here. Let's do... This is any target. 6... Let's make sure I just don't have lethal with this to the face, though. They block the biggest. 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we just win. So let's send in. I don't need to kill blocker. This goes to face. Wow, we dodged some major bullets. Like I was saying in the middle of that game, I don't expect we're going to win. There's any number of things that could take us out from here. Prepare yourselves for sadness. But sometimes Oppo doesn't have it. Sometimes Oppo doesn't find it, and it all goes Millhouse for you, and you can find that win. Whew. And we got to at least do sicko stuff with our splashed bomb. And along the way, learned what our bomb actually does. Yeah. Not a reading stream. Profit, though. We are officially at profit. All right, we can keep this. Oppo made us fight for that one. I would say we made Oppo fight for that one, and they lost. They failed. All right, let's do the Pilgrim here. Ideally, we find like a 2-drop so we can commons here. As it is, there's nothing really else to Biblioplex. I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna play the commons and play it tapped. And then we have 5 mana next turn for the Pigment Storms. And could offer Pilgrim. Well, we could send both. I mean, I don't really care if they trade off for the Pilgrim. It already got us a card, and I kind of want it in the graveyard anyway. So I'm gonna just send in with both. I'll take anything they want to do here. What I want is for them to play a juicy target for this and to find one more basic land. And then we can go juicy target, get it back, juicy target, juicy, you know, just juicy target our way to a victory here is the idea. That target is juicy enough, I say. If we find a basic land, I'm just going past caller. If we don't, we got to decide, and it will somewhat depend on Oppo. They play another Pigment Storm worthy creature, like that. Yeah, I'm just going to pick this off with the Pigment Storm, and even though we could do past caller, we'll get there eventually. Let's just keep cleaning up here. Let's see, with Enthusiastic Study, we could threaten an attack, but I'm just going to go ahead and pass caller here and trade that off after if we can. So Spirit, if necessary, you could make that a, 5-2, but they got us. All right, that's fine. Oh, only attacking. Yeah, thanks. Still not reading my cards all the way through. I'm half reading them. I see most of the words on them. Most. All right, holding lands now for Thrilling. And gonna do another Storm. All right. Tough but fair. That's all right. Next turn we are going to Biblioplex Assistant and Thrilling Discovery, and then we'll get back our removal again. Big smack though. If it keeps off of Trample, we should be okay, because I'm going to chump... Well, we can chump it now. I guess I'd rather have the Assistant than the General, so I'll chump now. Although I could also chump next turn. We're going to have to chump it this turn or next turn before we kill it, is the thing. That's where I'm at. Although we have the chance to study... And actually, hold on. No blocks. Yeah, study next turn to trade. I found it too, Fenor. Thanks, Fenor. But Fenor found the line I just did, which is we're going to say no blocks and actually play this land out and go Assistant, Hold, Enthusiastic Study. And then Enthusiastic Study plus General trades for the creature, and we still get another piece of removal on top. All right. How many pigments does it take? Yeah, probably the 4/4. Let's take a look. Boy, more pausing. Okay, at least we get this one. Yeah, just big creature, I think. Makes sense. Cardinal Life, probably. Yeah. All right. 7 mana, 5 on the Storm, 2 to Discovery if we wanted to, like, go ahead and get rid of this and this to just do some more thinning. I like the Storm, but I think I need to... I didn't have this one hooked up yet, but it's coming up so much today. I feel like I'm supposed to do this for you all. So hold on a second.
Buenos dias, children.
Thanks, Hat. We'll get that in soon. 4, 5, 6, 7. Back to this. Yeah, I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to take out the colony. My only question is whether I'm discovering here, and I'm going to say no. We're not dead, even if they remove this assistant. We're going to keep it back to try and trade. They found some removal, but we are not dead. And with an 8th mana, we can even double creature here, which I am going to do. I keep trying to thrill, but we keep having other things we need to do. So let's just do that. Well, that's what I've become less of a fan of it through this match. I thought it could do some work for us, even as a 2-drop to help us fix up problems, but it's been tough. Although here we go. Now we finally get to do something with it. Here we go. Ooh, let's keep that. And with Blot, we're going to, of course, play our land. Snap, take that trade if we can get it. All right, we're in the spot. I'm going to be conservative again here. We could blot out the sky, but we don't have... I would rather just Warden with Rage and feel much more comfortable that we're going to survive till next turn. What are we worried about? What does the forest get them? Oh, you just mean like they're going to not top deck at some point? Urza's Rage is an instant. We can hold that up, and then that's what I'm going to do. Can't be countered, so not that they're playing blue, but, you know. No, I think it's just more to the face. Just a whole big load to the face of damage. There we go. That's why we keep it. Sad times for Oppo. Well, let's blot, get it back, and reblot. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can do this for 7. If they don't scoop right now, I really want to play Past Caller, getting back, blot out the sky. That would be achievement unlocked for this format. Scribe to the top. What does that mean? All right, there's just... Yeah, the scribe at the top started making me think Crux of Fate, and then started to think of, yeah, it either means they've given up, or we need to play around a Wrath, right? Yeah, Culling Ritual, Wrath, something like that. So the fact that they topped was like, okay, wait a second. If we don't have lethal, we actually have to assess what that means. But then they scooped, so there you go. All right, I am going to remember the most disappointing aspect of this deck so far has been the... tightness, not really having anything we want to pitch to the Discovery. So I like cutting the Discovery. Gosh, even if it were a Thrill, I think Thrill would be better because I've had spots where one discard was a little more viable. Well, you know, there's a thing called channel points, Mama. Here, I'm gonna find a way to downgrade our sleeves. There you go. I'm gonna use these crappy sleeves. And I am gonna go ahead and just add a mountain. This deck has been very mana hungry. I'm not even playing Thrill. I'm just putting in land. I haven't really wanted to. The point of running like this was like to pitch extra land. We don't have extra land in this deck. I'm gonna do that. Looks good. We're keeping. We got a plan if they get super aggro on us, and we got nice curve out, ramp out stuff if we don't. Enthusiastic Study is a little bit out of place with no creatures in hand, but I do like this opener. Yeah, typical Boros, creatureless opener, snap keep. I don't think I'm going to study break for no value. We don't need to bother drawing a learn card for very little effect when we're not under pressure here. Necrotic Fumes, such a great card to get with Hunt for Specimens. I had that combo, was it yesterday? This week? Anyway, I've had that combo, and it's an easy go-to when you have it together. But we're just going to get the letter going. Gives us Pigment Storm next turn if they drop something a little healthier than a 1/1 token. I like that we have Study Break plus Rage or Pigment Storm available. Pigment Storm's on an instant, so we're passing on the ability we could have is the point. And now we have a reasonable follow here. I think I will Study Break for a couple points of saved damage and tutoring. We could Rage that. Maybe that makes it rageable. Sure. Now, do we want to study break? Yeah, break first, right? It doesn't matter. I mean, we should know ostensibly what we're breaking for, what we're learning, right? But I am going to learn. I'm going to do it rather than wait. We can get start from scratch and then kill this thing. But yeah, summoning is probably fine. Let's just get a big thing. Make them use their make them use their thing on the summoning. I'm going to do that now. We did draw a Path Caller so we could get like the Rage back, but let's go ahead and play the summoning and maybe get that back. That's too bad. It leaves them with the Fumes. Maybe we tempt them with the Fumes and a Mentor, but nah. Let's just 2 for 1 and be happy about that. And we're low enough on creatures and high enough on removal here that I'd rather just get another creature rather than the Rage. Could get the Study Break and get more stuff. But what's better to get than the summoning anyway? Yeah, I mean, like, we could break and get another token thing, or we could just get the better token thing right now. coming up with lots of removal. That's annoying, but we are just going to keep plowing through. Eventually, we get to crack that letter. But here, they know about the summoning, so like we could try to bait with the mentor, and that's got some sense to it. But now we're just going to show them what they know about and keep trying to get them to use that. I mean, using maximum mana would be mentor plus study. It just didn't seem like a good sequence. This is funny. It's just removal battle here. Yeah. Both of us just on heavy removal. Right now we have sack to draw plus swords or study. I'm just going to hold it all up right here. Let's crack the letter. And then we can decide on swords. Maybe hold swords and just play Pigment Storm next turn. I just like Pigment Storm. Play the clunky removal instead and win the board for now. I'm gonna go Campus Guide for... We'll go Shields down on swords, but that's okay here. We'll go Campus Guide and decline to put a land on top. Ooh, nice draw for an attrition matchup like this. I'm hoping they are willing to offer their token, their pest for our campus guide, because then we can enthusiastic study for some real results. Speaking of real results, but let's start with that attack. And now we have to even decide, like, maybe we just play the blot and accept the trade, but I'm going to start by attacking. Yeah, see, I'm inclined to study. We can even go get another land card and yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, let's do it and get something we can cast this turn. All feels good to me. Puts them in an awkward spot with the removal that we know about. They have to give up their forest land to do that. And we get study plus swords. Or spirit plus swords, rather. That's pretty big. I want to use all my mana for blot next turn, or maybe we're just going swords pigment next turn anyway. I don't want to get this discarded. So if we're going to blot next turn, we should sword something here, and we should just go for the biggest, or because this actually taps for mana. They may be expecting to have mana available on their turn. So even though these are scarier long game, I'm going to take out the biggest thing now mainly because it's a land creature. If this were just a vanilla 3/3, I think I would take up the take one of these. But since it produces mana for them, let's hopefully mess up their plans for next turn a little bit. Found a basic land for our blot. And I'm going to go ahead and send in... I'm going to send in everything. They might have some instant that then makes the campus guide an eat, but these are still trades and we have blot following any... Why do you want one back? Do you think we can die next turn? I'm only leaving one back if we think we could die. I don't think we can die. He says, setting up a funny stream moment that people can laugh about for years to come. All right, it wasn't all about the blot, but the blot got us like 3 of our games, and not at first. I think we were like 4-2 before blot ever really did anything for us. I think blot just helped us close this out on the 7 win. Really feels nice. You know, I've been talking about the struggles, even if it's just bomb based or whatever. I'm really happy with how today went. Not perfect play by any stretch. I know I had plenty of punts in there for people to observe, but I think we did a good job in draft, staying open long enough to find the open lane. We identified an open lane and got the real hookup in our color pair, and then played well enough. I think I played my worst. I was at my worst today when we were at our best, which is to say I was making some mistakes when the mistakes were dropping us from 90-something percentage win percentage down a little lower, right? So Kali says, so can the internet stop saying Lorehold is the worst pair? I don't know. We still need to look at the ultimately at the 17 lands data. What it could be, though, is that people don't know how to play Lorehold yet. It's a weirdly grindy experience for a red-white color pair that you don't usually expect to play that way. So it's possible experienced players are having trouble adapting to what Lorehold is asking of them in this format, and it's making Lorehold play worse. So there's a lot to explore there. I know I got these lingering AMAs, and I do want to talk about 17 lands data, and this is somewhat of a launching point for it, but I am going to wait again until tomorrow. So, Queen, if you're still here, sorry for punting so frequently. In the traditional NFL word of the sense, punting as in, I'll get to that later. I will get to it, I promise. But yeah, we also did, if we look at what was successful about the deck that didn't involve the blot out, and to be fair, again, we were doing pretty well with the deck before blot out of the sky did anything for us. I think the critical things in this deck were indeed the returned pass callers and the elephant, the field historian, and then everything else on that was just piling on removal. It was just like removing. Oh, and also let's call out Pillar Drop Warden, because yes, I did. I was too meh on this. I just kind of saw it as a 1/5. And it's like, meh, whatever. But then, a lot of our wins were directly because of having Pillar Drop Wardens at the right time that not only kept us alive long enough to use our higher-end bombs, but then recurred higher-end bombs. The number of times we got back Pigment Storms with Wardens to continue the removal chain to keep us going was not once. And that happened multiple times. So definitely the 2 Wardens and the 3 uncommons were for sure the all-stars of the deck, more so than Blot Out even, which did do its thing later. But as a cohesive deck concern, bravo pass callers, bravo Wardens. So that's my take there. Claim this prize. Thank you for that sub. Appreciate it. 6 months, half a year. 5 toughness has been big deal. Yeah, for sure. Black green bounce and return a permanent, so you can just loop it. Yep, that'll do. Yeah. Anyway, that was great. I feel much better having come away with some profit and a 7 win. First 7 win of the season. All right. Here's one more profit meme for you. I believe Marsh should be playing today. Maybe I will do my thing, and maybe I will do some AMAs and give Marshall a chance. But let me start by I'm going to share some memes that didn't get fired today, because there's some backlog on new memes that you all deserve some fun with. So let's see. I'm going to start there. We'll share some memes, then say goodbye to YouTube friends, and then see about maybe some AMAs. So let's see. We have, well, I like this one. Haven't seen this yet since I installed it.
All right, pop quiz.
Pop quiz.
Pop quiz.
Pop quiz. Hot
Now
shot.
what do you do?
What do you do? What do you do?
No, at least it's not, here's all the, not by YouTube, here's, you're missing all the hot new memes. At least our YouTube friends get to share in the meme glory. Then, all right, so that was another one from Hat. Here are 2 from Duncan that have not debuted because we didn't see him at all today, but here you go.
Please welcome our valedictorian, Lisa Simpson. She will be attending Yale. I mean, hot dog on a stick management camp.
Little pop quiz. It's funny, none of these are really song related. My memes are often song related. These are more pop culture memes, but another one in the pop culture vein. This one's not going to be for everybody, but it's Duncan's favorite.
Mitchell on the emphatic rejection.
Any NBA fans out there? I'll do that one again. It's nice, short and sweet.
Mitchell on the emphatic rejection.
All right, so there's your there are your new memes, fresh memes for the day. There'll be more tomorrow. Thank you, YouTube friends, for hanging out. Let me make sure I have those memes off. I don't want to give any free memes to anybody later. Yeah, turn off those free memes. No, I have a backlog. There's only one I'm going to do. So thanks, YouTube friends. We got there. 7 wins. That was cool. See you tomorrow. See you next time, whenever we see you.